Hello, everybody, and welcome to People in the Boxes, episode number 90. Another round number in the books, guys. It is April 18th, 2024, and as such, we are very close to that, holiday that we talk about every year, but also every day, that 420 holiday. So we're going to have that, a relaxed, chill, hangout sesh, as it were, and let's celebrate the holiday, but also with that theme of new, what's new out there in the world of cannabis, what's going on. It's not all about smoking and joking. There's a lot of real serious stuff that goes into that. And with that being said, we do want to offer the floor to anybody that wants to come up and hang out. You can argue against cannabis if you like. You can come up and just tell us about your day if you want. But People in the Box is about getting you guys up here to share your experience. And maybe we can coax you into talking about the topic. That's how we do. But we got Jason from the 42710 fam. What's up, my guy? This was a good idea.
How are we doing today?
I credit you with today's topic, mostly.
Yeah.
It's aptly timed.
It is one of my favorite topics. A lot of you know that. I mean, it's cannabis is my passion. I bleed cannabis daily.
Ooh. Don't say that. People are going to follow behind you. He poops cannabis too, guys. Just follow behind him with the baggie.
Before, like, do you donate blood? And I'm like, I've tried, and they kept telling me, like, dude, you smell like weed. And I'm like, no, that's my blood. That's not me. That's my blood.
It's me. It's my blood.
No, I sweat it.
What's up, everybody? See you all already in the all over the place. We're on X, we're on Rumble. I see you guys liking, sharing, and tagging. Really appreciate it. But yeah, come on up. I mean, you don't have to be up here. You don't have to say anything genius, and you don't even have to stay up that long. But we would like to hear from you guys. I mean, it's a celebration. It's a 420 celebration of sorts. I am going to look up a few interesting tidbits we're going to talk about, different weird things that cannabis is being used for, and different ways you can use cannabis now, which is crazy. We've talked about some of them, I think. On the thumbnail, we'll just hit those real quick. The thumbnail, I put up a breath spray. There's an actual a spray that you put under your tongue now, a distillate, and you've also got the nasal spray. I haven't tried that one, but I did try the tongue spray. And then you also have the the other products. Actually, I'm sorry, Kim. We got Kim, the head shenanigator from the Legit Bean Review Remastered. What's up, Kim? How's your week been? Still feeling okay with the shoulder? How's that going? I always ask you because, man, that's all I'd be worried about all the time.
Oh, it's ups and downs of life. My oldest brother passed away Sunday, and so just really dealing with that. It's pretty heavy duty. So yeah,
that's heavy. Yeah. My heart is with you. Loss of any kind, even whether you had a relationship or not, is tough. So yeah, I mean, I'm glad you're here because maybe, we can lighten the mood a little bit for you. We're here for the good and the bad. Like, we definitely want to we hear from people. This is a mental health show, guys. It really is. I have been accused of like not being a mental health show or like only this and that. But the issue is mental health is not always about talking about the difficult or the bad or the scary or the sad. But the issue with mental health is we need this fun time too. We need the camaraderie. We need our friends. We need to hang out and just talk about whatever. And sometimes having random conversation is the way to go. That's partially what this is all about as well. James says, praying for you, Kim. Yeah, thank you guys. Appreciate that. Dolores as well. And Heather, post isn't shareable on Facebook. Sandra, are you watching from Vet Codes? We are live on Vet Codes right now. Let me see if there's anybody in Vet Codes. No.
I shared it out, so.
You should be able to share us out, Sandra. Please give it a shot because we are going to be doing a like and share wheel. Shouts out to X. I shared us out to a couple of different communities, and we shot up to like 40 people all of a sudden there from those X communities. So that's pretty cool. But it's a different thing with the numbers over there, so you can't really tell. But guys, comment if you're watching us from another platform. Okay, I'm gonna pull up this wheel as we get it going. Yeah, if you want the link to come up, let us know. That's what this show is about. I'm looking for more people that do their own thing and have something to promote, to want to come up and be a weekly or bi-weekly or not bi-weekly, I guess bi-monthly would be the right term. Co-hosts come up and be more of a permanent fixture, I guess is the right way to say it. I need to make a second wheel because I have my wheel of numbers up right now.
Well, and you were talking about a couple different things that you've recently seen, breath mints, breath
The spray, the breath spray.
Back patches, Band-Aids. The industry has gone, pain relief patches, Band-Aids, medical patches. The industry has gone well past what we believed it would 10 years ago, to the point where even Vegas, at Planet 13, their lounge has been open for almost 2 years now, and it's just amazing. You can go in there and get a full meal, you can get beverages, you can get everything you want, and it's basically a bar atmosphere, but it's a smoke lounge, and that's right inside Planet 13.
What state is that in?
That's in Vegas.
Oh,
yeah.
Look at this arrangement.
They are actually one of the first smoke lounges that is profiting and having no drama. Several of the other ones have just been drama filled, because of where they have opened them up at. So
we had some consumption lounges here that opened here in Las Cruces in my community. And I don't know. I never went to one because you had to buy their product and stuff like that. And I'm super picky and whatever, but I wouldn't mind going to it, but they didn't last for long. I think the guy that opened it, he opened a whole bunch of them all at one time right after the state went wreck. And he lost everything. He had a big grow. He had a grow facility. He lost everything. So I think that had more to do with it.
Right.
He went too big, too fast, and had too much overhead and went and lost it all. So
it's definitely, they're taking their time opening them here in Michigan. They want to get the laws right. The ones that I do know, Loom has actually partnered with a couple different companies, and they partnered with the state police and have opened a few consumption lounges and they're partnering with the state police so they can actually get the laws down pat and make sure that there's nothing going on that should, because of it being such a newer law.
Yeah.
What's up, guys? If you one other thing real quick, if you're watching from the Legit Bean Review Remastered, you probably can't share that either. So if you're in a group watching, you have to come over to my page to share it. Waylon the Indoor Farmer, if you haven't found me yet. What's up, James? What's up, Kat? Lisa May, come on up, ladies. We want to hear from you.
Well, one of the things about all of this is like you don't have a lot of protections. Like when we first were going recreational, I was thinking about like doing a delivery service kind of a thing. I had some ideas and I thought, well, okay, so I know how I can make it work as far as like making sure that I was selling to somebody that was legal to sell to and whatnot. But what happens if, you go to deliver and somebody like tries to hold you up or something like that, or steal the weed or whatever, and so you don't have any protections. So I don't know, like there's a lot of stuff in my opinion that still needs to be worked out with this stuff before anything, not just in states. I have a feeling that one of the things that's holding up legislation at a federal level is that there's a lot of states that are not pro cannabis, like your southern states like Texas. You have some recreational there, but it's like really strict.
Well, I've noticed also the southern states, the amount that they make off illegal cannabis because of being so close to Mexico and the transportation coming across borders is astronomical compared to what our northern states make being on the border of Canada.
They're
People aren't
taking
going
it.
to Canada and bringing weed into Mexico or bringing weed into the U.S.
CBP agents are taking legal cannabis from legal growers near the border.
Yeah.
No, they're only doing that in New Mexico. And they're doing it from the interior of New Mexico.
Yep.
They're not doing it from the borders. It's in the interior. What people don't understand when you live in a border state, because I live in a border state, I live in New Mexico, and this is where this is happening, is we have border checkpoints on every main artery throughout the entire state. So you have your border checkpoints that come over, say you're coming out of Juarez, which is out of El Paso, Texas, or you're coming over Santa Teresa border, which is in Teresa, New Mexico, which is right next to El Paso, but it's in New Mexico. Another port of entry is Puerto Palomas. And so you have border checkpoints as you come over the border. But as you're crossing over from El Paso to Las Cruces, there's a border checkpoint, and that's between the states. After you leave Puerto Palomas, within a few miles of leaving the Puerto Palomas, the main road going into the United States, after you leave that, there's a border checkpoint. Leaving Las Cruces, about 10 miles outside of Las Cruces, this community where I live, there's a border checkpoint. You go about 60 miles north of that, there's another border checkpoint, and these are on Interstate 10. They're within the state of New Mexico, and so these seizures of legal cannabis, so to speak, are being taken by Border Patrol agents at these checkpoints. It's being confiscated at these checkpoints.
Did we just talk about this on another?
Yeah, last week. And it's only happening in New Mexico. It's not happening in Arizona. I don't know what happens in Texas. They're a whole different world over there. But it's not happening anywhere else in the United States that borders Mexico. It's just New Mexico. And I have a feeling that I don't know if it's happening up in the northern parts of New Mexico or not. I haven't been able to find that out. I have a feeling
it's probably happening some other places too. You know that because the reason they're getting away with it. But anyway, yeah, we did kind of hit that last week. But yeah, there's just an easy way. No one's gonna do. You can't do anything about it. But
there are ways to get your weed back, and it's been discussed. I don't know the ins and outs of it, but it's not it's not an easy process. You have to petition for this stuff. But
it happened here in Michigan when we first went rec.
It probably cost more than the weed was in the first place in order to get it back. What's up?
I have a suspicion that it's probably a regional Border Patrol thing. Because southern New Mexico is covered by the region is El Paso, out of El Paso. So I have a feeling that might have something to do with it.
Well, I know what I can. The only thing I can affect right now is about to do this dab. And what I want to ask is what everybody's smoking on and what you plan to smoke on for this for the holiday. I know you won't be able to smoke, Kim, but maybe you can get some gummies or something.
Well, that's what I wanted to touch on real quick before you went too far because of the new products.
Mm-hmm.
Kim, have you been able to try any of the pills, the THC actual pills?
Mm-mm.
See, it's a company called 1906. If you get a chance, go ahead and look them up. And the pills, they're infused with caffeine, and there's different types of them. So they're all just infused with natural plant botanicals. In THC. So, like these ones for energy have caffeine and natural special blend of plant botanicals with THC, caffeine that promote alertness, energy, and focus. They got some genius ones. They got for rest. They have for boost, and they're just natural plant botanicals mixed with THC. Um, they've been working. They come 5 milligrams, 10 milligrams, 20 milligrams.
It sounds like the same. The liquids at the oxygen bar I went to, they were putting different botanicals in this water, and then the oxygen would go through that and then become a little bit kind of almost like a nebulizer or something like that. It kind of sounds like that.
Yep. And I've been using them lately as a booster for me, and they work really well. I am very, very impressed with them, and it's a company called 1906. They started out just with CBD and natural botanicals, and now they've gone on to THC. And I invested, I got a bag of probably 100 of them or so, because they were helping me so well that I bought them several times when they were going on sale.
Oh,
so
you're coupon, you're being a coupon clipper for that one.
Right, with the dispensaries here in the state of Michigan, we have 796 registered legal dispensaries and provisioning center. Here in Jackson alone, we are at, I believe, 28 or 29, and that's just in the Jackson County. That's not outside any other counties. So there's competition is great. Competition is great. That way there's no monopoly.
Yeah,
you're able to shop at all these other places. Michigan has very, very lenient prices, because of competition. So, and with everything having to go through testing, it makes it that much better that you're not getting any mold, you're not getting any pesticides, you're not getting any metals. I do my own growing. I love growing. I grow my own, but I still do go to the dispensary and get a couple specials here and there. Just to try a couple things out.
Yeah, I do that too. I'm excited because, the dispensary that I typically go to is Top Crop, because I know the growers there, so they have their own grow facility, and these guys are out of Oregon, and so like they know their shit, first of all, but so I know that I'm getting good quality weed, because a lot of the places that are, I don't know, I don't trust the weed out of them, but
Wonder Woman, okay.
But there's a new dispo that's opening up, and it's coming from the old, we call it the old chicken farm, because it used to be a chicken farm down south of here. And Royal Jones, who is a wealthy guy here in the community, bought the old chicken farm and converted it into a cannabis grow facility. It's huge. So anyway, they're opening a dispo. He's opening a dispo here in town on Saturday on 4/20. So I'm really excited to see what they've got.
You know what I got? I got some Ray Charles. Ray Charles is what I'm smoking, and it's strong. I got it from the Cookies dispensary. I went ahead and got some from there to see what it's all about, and I'm talking to I'm in talks with them to see what we can work out. But I'm really surprised and pleasantly so. And I tell you what, I only needed a little bit of this, and it's very good. You ever had Ray Charles? Oh, it's got the right one, baby. Tell you what, I've been waiting. I use that. I'll confess, everyone, I did say that once before the show, but I wanted to keep that one. Hey, what's up, Sean? Over on the Rumble, brother. Let me get you on this wheel. Like and share the video from the Wayland Indoor Farmer page, and I'll get you on a wheel for a giveaway.
I think we're going to see, you know, as people dabble with cannabis, it's becoming so open now. I think we're going to see all kinds of applications for cannabis and all kinds of stuff. I mean, they haven't even begun to amp up research, federally funded research in cannabis. And I have a feeling we're going to see an explosion over the next 10 years of cannabis or hemp, either one, being used for all kinds of stuff. I know I'm personally excited to see it used to replace plastic. I am so I hate plastic. I hate that we're so dependent on that shit.
I agree, but I'm actually when I had John, I forgot his last name. I had Farmer John on my show on Wednesday a couple weeks ago, and he was explaining to me that hemp would not do well for fuel. A lot of us have thought about making like fuels out of hemp, and he said that he found a grass that he grows this grass that actually grows faster and makes more fuel. And so to your point about the plastics, it might be a good alternative, but we might also find another plant to do that job too. But I think it's awesome because you can do it with. We already know it's something you can do with cannabis. We just don't know if that's going to be the cheaper end goal or whatever. What's up, Lisa May? How are you? Let's let Lisa May talk. She won't talk unless we force her to. So, Country boy, what's up? What's all this? Leslie, just come on up and talk about it.
Yeah, country boy, come up and say all that.
Come on up. We got Derek from Australia. Good day, mate. About to do another dab here in a second. Oh, he just said, I want to see you smoke that. Okay. You have to ask me twice.
Are you guys doing anything funny?
I did not have plans, but I'm actually I'm still kind of hoping that maybe I can find someone to ride with down to the Lincoln event.
Can you guys have a lot of tribes there? A lot of Indian tribes?
Not really. Jimmy Mead would be a good one to talk to about that. I don't know if there's any actually in my area.
What about you, Kim?
What?
Do you have a lot of Indian tribes in your area or down there?
A good source for fuel.
Our state is predominantly Native American. I don't like to use the word Indian because they're not Indians. They're not from India. They're native indigenous people. So I don't refer to them as Indian. I refer to our people as Native American.
Oh, wow.
We have our state is predominantly Native American.
Oh, wow. Organics Live. That's a good point.
Tribal land down there then.
Yeah.
Pardon me?
So a lot of tribal land down there?
Yeah. Okay. That's part of why I mentioned earlier that our state was very rural.
Mm-hmm.
You had said something about we were talking about Dubai and it was uninhabitable and stuff, the land.
Mm-hmm.
So our land is predominantly a lot of it is uninhabitable because it's desert, but a lot of it is uninhabitable because it's reservation land.
Right.
And it's reserved, it's Native American tribes. But we have a lot of Native American tribes here.
Well, in North Carolina, they're opening up a dispensary on 420, and it's the Eastern Band of the Cherokee Indians. They're opening one up on their tribal land, and there's actually several articles about there's been over 100 just in the United States that tribal lands have opened dispensaries before it's become legal at all because laws are totally different on the tribal land. They can determine what they do and what they don't do. But it's interesting that they're realizing and utilizing this to be able to make money, not just off of the casinos, but now they're able to make money off of cannabis also. So I'm thinking that we're going to see a lot more of that come here soon too. There are a lot more tribes are going to start picking up dispensaries and smoke lounges and everything, because they'll be able to have different laws on there.
Possibly. It'll be interesting to see. It probably depends on the wealth of the native tribe that's opening or, doing all that. Some of those tribes are very poor.
Derek, it was a small dab, and I do this. Doing these at a cold start. It's so tasty. You get that whole flavor profile doing that. Real quickly, I want to address this. Organics Live made a good point about the hemp as fuel. He says definitely a good fuel source because of how much trim that facilities throw away. Now, that might be a very good way to reuse that trim that's being tossed away for sure. But the reasoning that he had given me as why it's not a overall good fuel source is because it takes so much longer to grow than what he was having. He found this like really fast growing grass. To your point, it does. But with energy, though, you have to look at how the output versus the input on what it takes to get to. And you wouldn't want, like, you would still have to take care of the hemp in a certain way, make sure it's somewhat clean to turn into fuel. You wouldn't just let it go. You wouldn't just go, and then turn that into fuel. You'd still have to farm it, right? So there are reasons that it just would be a little more work. That's all. But it's a good point, though, at least to use any byproduct that can be reused, except for the damn byproducts they want to shove in our food when we shouldn't be eating those things. That's not what I'm talking about. I mean, if it can be reused in a good way, whatever the thing is. Wood pulp in my, whatever. Like, I don't need that in my food. Thanks. Just for filler. Anyway.
They are finding new ways to do with hemp, though. They make bricks and everything else out of them nowadays.
The hempcrete, yeah, that's on the thumbnail, and we're going to pull that up. Actually, Jason and I were talking about it. It's not the same as a concrete. It's not as load bearing. It's not the same kind of structure, but it can be used for a lot of stuff. And I think it could be used for like sculpting and making cool, because it's lighter. It's lighter than concrete. So
Guaranteed it could. For sculptures, for definitely art projects, for any non-load bearing.
You guys are talking about present day. I mean, like I was saying, there's so much research that hasn't even happened yet. They may find a way to make it where it is load bearing. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah. I mean, you can add.
Just have to add the right compound into it.
Mm-hmm.
Do things.
But it is available, but it's not available to the average day person. That's like there's insulation with your trim. Your trim can be turned into an insulation. There's certain things that can definitely be made with it, but it does take a process. And how much is it beneficial? Because how much the process costs. That's why we haven't switched to a different fuel yet.
That's the issue, yeah.
That's the problem why we haven't switched to a different fuel, is because of how much it costs to process this alternative fuel.
Versus getting oil out of the ground.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It's just it's too easy.
That too, though. It's been a long way. They even use restaurant grease for the diesel and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I like hydrogen. They talk about it often over on Timcast IRL. I watch that a lot, and they like hydrogen. And then nuclear is actually not a fuel, and it makes sense if you think about it, because nuclear power is actually just heat boiling water to make steam energy, and it's not something that you can carry around with you unless you carry plutonium in your pocket or something. That is the fuel. It's the plutonium that's making it, that makes the heat. And so it's really all about ease of access, and plutonium is something they can find and just like refine it a little bit rather than growing it from scratch and then hoping that there's no issues with the crop. And yeah, wow. I totally would love to see some hemp plastics, because we use oil for all like most plastics. We don't think about that. We think of oil as gas in our cars.
Well, yeah, and that's why I say I really feel like it's one of the things that's really created a lot of these health issues, like instances of autism and epilepsy
For no joke.
and autoimmune
Steve-O in the house.
diseases and all kinds of stuff.
What's up, Steve-O?
Because these microplastics they're everywhere, and it's petroleum-based shit that we're ingesting.
Well, let's.
How many of us drink a warm bottle of water that sat in our car? That bottle broke down so much sitting in that heat, and we just drank all that plastic.
I don't do it because they says that causes cancer for you to drink a hot bottle. They say that causes cancer for you to drink something that's been left in the sun.
That's sitting in the car. Yep. And I left a case of water in my car for months on end because I always wanted a bottle of water in my car, something to drink, just being ready. And I reach over and grab that. A bottle of water that's sitting on my nightstand. I think if you look at a bottle, certain bottles say refrigerate after opening. Because they're not supposed to be left out because of the chemical that is added inside of it. We all know that if our filter is not running in our fish tank or in anything like that, then that water gets all mucky and stagnant. So a glass of water is sitting there stagnant.
It can cause other things too because the thinness of the plastic wears away, and then the sunlight gets in, and that actually cause people to have like bladder stones and stuff like that from the extra stuff. Anyway, let's make it more fun here, guys. Let's be more positive. So we talked about remediation and how plants are able to get some of these chemicals back out of the ground. And we're able to use that. And so we don't need to go down that road again, but that's a positive note on it, is that we're finding ways to do this. So if we can find ways to do this out of the ground, then you would think that we might be able to find ways to do it out of us eventually. And I don't know.
I think you say eventually. I think it's going to be sooner than later.
Right.
I think we've come to that point. I mean, even our vice president a couple weeks ago, her exact words, our marijuana federal law is absurd. Her exact words during the press conference. So it's one of them things that they're tired of dealing with it. They're tired of hearing about it. They just want to be done with it.
It's already legal. THCA. Yep. Have you had THCA?
Yep.
It's there's nothing, like, it's done. We're good.
So they're just, the amount of money that they're wasting, the amount of time that they could be focusing on something else instead of putting it into the supposedly horrible drug.
Well, they're actually making money by keeping it out of because of all the lobbyists and all the pharmaceuticals.
Every single week they're threatening to shut down the government because we don't have enough money for it.
Yeah.
Every single week, because they're wasting too much time on other shit.
Yeah, I think some of that's by design. I think cannabis could wholly change the way that we export things. We could be making so much stuff out of it. Clothing and different,
the adult use marijuana purchases in Michigan totaled $286.8 million for the month of March. So that's just adult use. That's recreational. That's not medical. So $286.8 million. Then you take away their taxes and everything else, and the money's there. That's one state. You had 49 other states. The money's there. Everybody's pockets could be lined.
So I talked to
if they go federal, it could be a natural.
I don't know though. There are studies that show that the black market has actually only thrived since the legalization. It hasn't gone.
Well, because people don't want money into the government, and they got screwed too many times.
So do you think it's really going to make the government much money if they really made
100%. 100%. If you look at the tax revenue Like the article, I don't know what tab it is. $150 million extra is being donated to schools, roads, and something else because they surpassed the goal that they wanted. So they're taking an extra 150. Man, I wish I knew what tab that was, so I could give you the exact numbers.
It's okay.
But the money is there.
I think we could definitely if we allowed people to innovate, we would make more money. We already know this. We already know this. We already know simple things like if you tax the people less, then actually the government makes more money because people are more apt to pay their taxes and not get around it with all these other loopholes and black market stuff. Like there's all these very simple econ 101 things that the government seemingly doesn't get. So we don't even need to go down that path because it's clearly on purpose, in my opinion. But it's just like they're never going to allow us to freely use cannabis for all that it can be used for. Like it could definitely replace paper mills. It could replace like the logging for paper. Definitely, that's a big one. I think for sure we could replace the use of trees.
It's hard to be rode on.
You've
had hemp paper?
That's what they had said.
Sometimes, at least in May. Yeah. So go ahead.
That's what they have said when I looked up hemp paper. It's hard to be rode on. So.
We haven't made it soft enough yet. Okay. Or just like something about it is not easy to ride on. Interesting. Hi, Timothy.
And that was actually George Washington started that.
Yeah, I like this too. Country Boy Weeds has some good points here. I brought up hydrogen's fuel, and yeah, I think hydrogen is definitely a good way to go. He likes it a lot too. But okay, so then Country Boy, let me know what you think of with the cutting edge of cannabis. What's a new thing that cannabis is being used for? Isn't hemp being used in batteries in some way? I want to look that up because I, for some reason, think I saw about it. But I did find some other stuff to show off too. Some pictures of the hempcrete. Sure, I'm going to share my screen in. Elisa May, yeah, every now and then you cut out. There's a little bit of background reverb, but not bad. Say something. Froze up. Got stuck right as I tried to have her say something. Sorry. I'm sorry. So I wanted to bring this up real quick. I've heard a couple of people that I respect, some of these bigger cats I talk to over there on X, and I've heard some of them say some things about cannabis. I did bring some of it up with Alex Finn. Shouts out to the Finn fam. We are live, I think, in that community right now. But the things that he had brought up, and it's like, okay, cannabis, you do not have to get high with it. And I hate that term because no one uses that term for any other drug out there. You don't say, when you take your Vicodin from the doctor after getting her, hey, I'm about to get high on my Vicodin real quick. No one says that, but I think so I hate that term. But anyway, enough said. My point is that they talk about it like, oh, it just does this. It makes you slow, makes you eat too much. But they discount all of the stuff now that's being done, not only the textiles, the concrete, the clothing, but then the CBDs, the non-psychoactive side of it, all the medicinal sides of it, the pain creams. They kind of discount a lot of that stuff by just chalking it up as a stoner thing, right? And that kind of cheapens the possibilities of what can be done. And another one was about the inhaling of it and everything. And I wish I was more into the edibles, but yeah, I can agree that inhaling it's probably not great for our lungs. I'm with people on that one. But here's some pictures of hempcrete, hemp or hemp plus lime. So yeah, they have to put lime with the hemp like chips in an eco-friendly building material. It blends the inner core of industrial hemp It's a lime-based binder, creating a composite. Although not a structural element, hempcrete serves as insulation between frame members, reducing racking, while internal framing supports structural loads. So, or structural loads. So yeah, the insulation factor of it's really cool. Plus the flame retardant. It's very we've all seen that. A lot of us have seen the video where they've got a torch right on it.
Well, that's where it's great with the insulation, because even if you still are going to use the drywall, medicate, not get high, stop saying weed, cannabis more.
Yes, Timothy, I'm going to get to that too for sure.
There's certain times I believe if I'm using it medically, which is 99.9% of the time, I'm using it medically. But there's times that I want to get high. Like on 420, I want to get high. And it's plain and simple. My goal on 420 is to get high. Yes, it is a medical purpose, but it's going to be fun. I'm using it recreational on 420. It's going to be my recreational purpose.
But that makes it unique among things, right? That's very unique about it. And I think there's people that just can't wrap their mind around. They want to put it in a category. They want to throw it in with alcohol. They want to throw it in with other drugs. They want to throw it in with something else. And it's not something else. It's so unique in the fact that it's versatile. And we all know that there's ways to do too much of anything, eat too much lettuce. I always say you can there's anything too much can be bad, right? So we all know that there's probably a too much for cannabis if you're trying to be functional.
There's a medical level and then there's a recreational level. It's something that I truly believe in. Do we need to take 1,000 milligrams, of edibles? Some of us do, most of us don't. But it's fun to sit there and get couch locked one day and just be high as fuck watching TV all day long, vegging out, not moving, and just forgetting about everything.
Leslie went from the hempcrete battery straight to smoking batteries. Got him.
So.
Oh, yes. Margaret Jet shouts out. She's making an exclusive Waylon the Indoor Farmer cherry cookies for her danky doozies given out on game night. So
peanut butter cookies right here.
Nice.
That sounds good.
Peanut butter cookies and olive oil.
QP joint? A QP joint, James? What the? You got some olive oil, some medicated olive oil?
Medicated olive oil.
I had some.
What is a QP joint?
Like a very big joint, I guess. In memory of my son, he said, Santiago.
QP is quarter pound.
Okay. We're going to
quarter pound joint.
Awesome. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Well, definitely send us a pic, man. Send us a pic. Finally ate mine the other night. Your danky doozy from Margaret. Awesome. Yeah, and so Sir Steve-O has certified those cookies, and she's gonna make she's making a special batch for me. I told her I like cherry pie, so she's creating a cherry pie cookie. It's gonna be awesome.
Okay.
Guys, come on up. Do we bite? I mean, is this really like you don't have to be, rocket surgeons tonight.
Well, since I've met you, we've been friends a couple years now. You have switched from flower to dabs. Why do you prefer dabs now?
I don't know that I would say I switched. I think maybe I can't smoke as much flower as I used to. And you probably have seen me at times when I didn't have access to dabs or something like that. I think I can tell you for sure that I would prefer them for a lot longer, probably for like 10 years now.
Really?
But I think since I started growing, there were times when I wasn't going to go out and buy if I was, spending all my money on growing stuff in the beginning there. So I was smoking what I grew. So yeah, you probably, I think that's because that was around the time that you actually came to Illinois.
Yep. When you first started.
So yeah, I mean, I was all about smoking what I grew because there's a different feeling to that.
Yep.
Eating what you grow, smoking what you grow. It's just a whole nother world. Oh, that's what we're calling it. Wayland's cherry cookies.
See, I love my dabs. I do. But I am a flower baby. I'm a flower. I have to have my flower.
Yeah, I'm flower too.
It's too harsh for me, man. It gives me headaches even. Like,
what you smoking?
Right now, doing
are you even your weed?
Yeah, I don't really do. I mean, it doesn't give me headaches all the time. I just mean like I can't do that many. I'll smoke bong. I'll use the bong, and use the water, and maybe put some ice in it even.
Have a great one, Derek. Cheers, brother.
Derek, yeah, thanks, brother, for hanging out.
I mean, yeah, I do get that weed that is a little harsh sometimes, but 99% of the time it's nice and smooth. But
the best, smoothest nugget is still not as smooth as a dab to me, though. You don't? You
I
disagree?
agree with that. It's
That's
not as harsh on the throat, I don't think.
No matter what the bud is you're smoking, unless you're going to put it through like a volcano or a vaporizer, or even like the smoke freezer would be cool. I've smoked out of the smoke freezer. I actually did like it. I don't know if it was worth the cost and such, but batteries. We're going to get to the batteries, guys. Yeah,
I think they've come a long way since they first started the smoke freezers.
Yeah, and I don't necessarily think you need all the accessories per se. So hemp batteries, yeah, I was right. There is, and Timothy had brought it up as well. They're supposed to be very good batteries, actually. Things you didn't know could be made from hemp. That would be a cool video. I don't want to watch it though, in case get in trouble. From grass to battery, agriculture, biomass, hemp. Yeah, so they're able to make batteries. It's I think it has to do with the acidity. this video with Elon Musk holding the joint from Joe Rogan. Like whenever you hear people talk about cannabis, where they're like, "Oh, it's unhealthy for you," and this and that, and I just think about like Joe Rogan. It's like no one's gonna tell me Joe Rogan is unhealthy, if anything, or at least for the most part. Compared to the rest of us. But yeah, hemp and batteries. I want to click on this.
What do you think we're going to be able to do? A lot of people are focusing on the hemp. A lot of people focus on THC. But True. I'm liking the new focus of cannabinoids. There's over 100 different cannabinoids inside a plant. The terpenes that we get. The terpenes are unbelievable. The medical purpose or the medical thing. What the fuck's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, the medical benefits the terpenes have, and cannabinoids. THC is a cannabinoid.
I got to get to this spam in the Rumble chat.
All them different cannabinoids, I think the medical aspects of that will be groundbreaking. Because we're still discovering new ones. I think it was 3 months ago they discovered a new cannabinoid. They discovered the ones that are causing, they give you the munchies. They're really trying to break down the science. Even on legal packaging here in Michigan, a lot of them have the terpene profile on it. What terpenes are in there, what the percentage is, breaks it right down. So I think we'll be able to use that and go a long, long way.
Well, like I said, there's a lot of research. Like we haven't even hardly had any federally funded research because, it's been illegal
Yeah, it's just been state
and stuff.
funded, just not.
Yeah, and I think that once it moves from Schedule 1 to Schedule 3 and stuff, we'll start seeing research, and I think the sky's the limit with a lot of stuff. I think
Leslie,
That's the problem.
what we know.
I've seen this autism mom use it to treat her autistic son too. And she says she's seeing great results with it. But because she couldn't afford it under a prescription and it wasn't under her insurance, they had to go with pharmaceuticals.
Yeah, it's horrible.
And that's sad.
Because people are scared
Something
to
that was
grow it
helping,
and
that
stuff.
was all natural. And my
Right.
son is a medical cannabis user too. Well, he don't really use it anymore because he don't need it. But there was a time in his life where we did use it and he did need it.
Yep.
So look at this. Top scientists cooked leftover base fiber, the inner bark of the plant that usually ends up in the landfill, into carbon nanosheets in a process called hydrothermal synthesis. Sorry. People ask me, why hemp? I say, why not? Said Dr. David Mitlin of Clarkson University, New York, in an interview with the BBC. We were making graphene-like materials for a thousandth of the price, and we're doing it with waste. That's interesting.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a lot of applications for it. I mean, I think, it's just a lot of stuff, a lot of potential.
Timothy says Jimmy John's is having a 420 promotion this year.
Oh yeah, Jimmy John's.
Oh, all types of
Him.
places. They know. They've gone. They know where the money's at. They know how to capitalize on it. Yeah. Bob Marley was buried with a Bible, a guitar, and marijuana.
Yeah, most people working at Jimmy John's are probably 420 family are friendly. 422.
Oh no, I don't know, Leslie. He's worried about the batteries inside her toy being made.
Well, they're saying that it's better. It helps girls that are that have. What was it, Waylon? What was that article?
Oh yeah, the cannabis does
whatever.
help women have more orgasms and better orgasms. Study finds.
Yes, study finds.
Study finds. Okay. That's funny. Guys, remember, if you want to come up on screen and hang out, talk about the topic, I put the comment or put the link in the comments. If you're watching from a different source out there, you can also comment and I can send it your way. What's up?
Smashley says, I wish.
Yeah, right.
Smashley's in Michigan. I think she's in Kalamazoo. She's got good prices there.
Oh yeah, there's probably some really cheap weed up there.
Yeah, well, there's probably like $30 ounces of the cheap.
Let's display some of the best power energy combinations reported in the literature for any carbon at all. He added, for example, at a very high power density of 20 kilowatts per kilogram or per kilo, and temperature of 20, 60, and 100 degrees Celsius, the energy densities are 19, 34, and 40 watts. So doubles, basically. Yeah, it's a big study here, but...
Is that the batteries?
Talking about hemp batteries, yeah. Hemp usage flexibility here. Yeah, there is a big push for the fuel of it, but I think I like... So the explanation from John, I'm not going to remember it right now, but he did explain to me why he tried it. He thought hemp would be the way to go and ended up being not the way to go. Oh, we've got someone weighing in from all the way over on the West Coast this evening. We've got Mr. California 420. Wait here, let's bring him in. Hold on, here we go. Yeah.
You got him under the banner.
I know. I'm like, I can't really do much about it, but here we go. This works. You kind of see some.
Thank you.
There we go.
What's up, Wayne?
What's up, Wayne? How are you?
Hi.
Yeah, I'm getting there as well, man. How are you? Any plans for this year yourself?
Now, I'm gonna smoke a lot of cannabis.
Yeah, my car has been smoking already, so I don't think I can take it to an event for more smoking. So it's gonna have to stay still. I need a new power steering.
I saw the topic. Am I sounding okay?
You're a little crackly, and I hear a little bit of an echo.
All right. Step back. Let me see what I can do.
Sure. Yeah, that was at first it
I got
sounded
that
okay.
at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Currently buying.
Yeah, I think Ashley's only like an hour from me, hour and a half.
Ashley, you can't be admitting that. You're buying. She's going to buy some.
Sometimes you got to.
She's been showing off how you can grow cannabis in the tower garden.
Well, yeah, but sometimes you got to you don't have that rotation down yet. And,
yeah, that's true.
You know, mistakes happen. This happens. That happens.
Hey, I'm actually pretty happy with
Sometimes
the fact that
something different too.
that's true.
Like for 420, I probably will go get me some kind of joint that's got oil wrapped around it and some.
I'm
gonna be waiting in line at the dispensary before it opens.
Well, they probably should have deals at dispensaries.
Oh yeah, I know a couple of them that are giving away like an ounce, giving away this, giving away that, rigs. Oh yeah.
They're still tight in Illinois. They don't really give shit away.
Hey, I tell you what, guys, I decided against getting rid of some plants that had been hit with spider mites. After working with them, messing around, trying different things, I cleared it away. And hello, Smashley's in the house.
What up, Smashley?
Welcome to McDonald's. Can I take your order?
Oh, yeah.
I want the new Cajun Ranch McChicken.
No.
No.
Nobody's allowed to have McDonald's.
Okay. She had to take our order, and then she said no.
Yeah.
I am not sure who you are there, and I don't think you shared it out because you're in a private group, Facebook user. If you want
to tag, the Facebook user has been tagging people, but I don't know who it is.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but I do appreciate the tags. Can I get on the wheel? Yeah, I mean, I will most certainly put Facebook user on the wheel right now. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not going to do that. Wayne, 420 is going to have some great deals. Yeah, I would think so too. That's probably the best time to buy.
That's when I'm excited to go. Got to stock up.
Mm-hmm.
Try to at least.
Got a raise.
They got a raise.
She's like, hey, gotta do what I gotta do. Took on a new job.
Waylon.
Yes, ma'am.
Feetfinder.com.
The person that's is nobody. That's what they go by. They're out of my group.
Oh, I see. Well, I already got your
nobody.
I got your other name on here already. And I don't want to out you, so
well, what if that person wins?
Huh?
I
think I'm about 90% sure of who it is.
Oh, one of them ones.
And I don't want to have you on. No problem, he says. Well, here, we'll do it. We'll do it, but I'm pretty sure I got you on there already.
You got your name on there. That's funny. That's funny. Okay, trying to play.
Not only is it an account that goes by nobody, but now it's even more incognito as Facebook user. It's like I'm nobody, the Facebook user.
All right.
Hi, nobody, Facebook user.
Yes.
I didn't realize Jason
Lisa,
was only an hour and a half away.
Yeah, I'm right outside in Spring Arbor, Jackson area.
Oh yeah.
So, yep.
Hungry?
I've been over that way a few times.
Hour and a half. It's not
Yeah.
bad. It's not me. I know it's
Yeah.
not you, Wayne. Wayne, but if you
I
want to
was
get on
working in Battle Creek
Oh
for
nice.
the longest time. Yeah.
Yeah, that was only 20 minutes for me.
Yeah. Oh shoot, you're only 20 minutes from Battle Creek. Then I
Yeah,
can
it's
get
like
you
Griffin.
in 40 minutes.
Oh shit.
I'm only 20 minutes from Battle
Well, what
Creek.
events are you going to?
I'm not going to nothing. I'm
Me
just
either.
chilling. Right.
Yeah.
I tried, you know.
Did you guys hear about the Virginia
Yeah,
event?
it's crazy.
Oh man, so many
Yeah.
upset people about that one. What's up, Loretta?
It happens.
Yeah, you gotta balance the good with the bad, right?
I guess but I guess everyone's upset more about the sort of the way it all turned out. I don't know the details. I'm not going to get too deep into the sort of gossip of it, but the details were put publicly out on Facebook, and there weren't any details. It was just sorry, not happening.
That, and the thing is, it was 4 days before the event started, so some people were already at the place camping, and some people were on their way driving from out of state, heading there, and didn't know. Yeah, I guess a couple people do check their phone on Facebook and stuff, but if you're driving alone, you're not going to be able to check Facebook while you're driving. Well, you shouldn't, so it just, it sucks.
Yeah. I'll be smoking right here.
Red 6.
420.
Yeah, the reason why they canceled it?
There hasn't been said, really, from what I understand.
What?
It hasn't been said from what I understand.
Red 6 in the house from Boots to Bushes. Shouts out, brother. Come on up. Come up and have a smoke with us for the 420 show.
Ha 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 ha.
James, it's down in the 50s and 60s here at night. So it's still a little cold down here in southern New Mexico, too.
Damn, it gets that cold down there?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because
it's that desert weather, you know?
Yep. I experienced this in
James lives in northern New Mexico, and northern New Mexico is very mountainous. They have some excellent ski resorts up there.
Oh, shit, okay.
Oh.
We have a different, that's why they call us the land of enchantment, because everywhere you go is very different. The topography.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's pretty cool, though.
Yeah.
I'll hit the bong to that.
Bong hit time. Wayne Cruz.
Little kibble.
Wayne is coming back, he said, but there was some static. Guy Cooksey in the house. I'm not on that screen at the moment, but what's up, Guy? Come on up. If anybody wants to pop up, talk about what they're excited about with cannabis in the future. Are you only excited about stronger, new strains? Are you only excited about, making hemp diapers? What are you excited about for the future?
Diapers?
I like the hemp batteries. I like the nasal spray. I want to try the nasal spray, like distillate nasal spray that you just, and then I wonder what that would be like.
The inhaler, I like the inhaler. The inhaler, it gives you a good first thing in the morning, a little bit better than the vape cart.
I like that diaper idea too, because they did say that some diapers have been recalled for metals in them and crap.
Oh, I've heard that. Even wipes too, I've heard.
Yeah. I had some.
You have the ones that were recalled?
Yeah.
Damn.
I did.
I didn't see.
I was always hearing about medicine recalls, like with the ibuprofen and Tylenol for kids. Like, it seemed like every few months there was a recall.
Yeah.
Loretta, are you excited to try a nose dab sometime, or you're just excited how that's the thing?
I haven't seen Silos in a while. Where's he at?
I was thinking of Kim's nose rig thing.
I can only
the double nostril thing.
Hey, we got Fire Indy.
Happy birthday, girl.
We got the birthday girl.
Happy birthday, Miss Charlene.
Happy birthday.
Yes, happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Love your face.
Say it's your birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Woohoo, Charlene, another chapter.
Hell yeah. I
And
love
we
the hair.
also-
Blue and purple are my
Yeah.
fave.
We also got Mr. Fire in the Hole in the house.
What's
Come
up,
on up.
Ian?
What up?
So I want to talk about or mention it. Right now, there is over 440,000 full-time jobs in the cannabis industry.
How many?
Over 440,000 full-time jobs. That's not counting part-time jobs.
Could be more.
So,
And they make decent money too, even as a
make
But
great
is
money.
it all cash though?
No, you don't make cash. You get a paycheck.
Because like I know
Mine
that was a
direct
struggle.
deposit.
For the longest time, they had to struggle because they couldn't
Yeah,
use
no
banks.
banks accept the money, technically, So what it is routed through a third party.
Hey, we got Red 6 in the house. What's up?
What up?
That's
So
a
it's all
first.
routed through a third party. So then you get paid through another company. But it's all legal and legit and all that. And mine was all direct deposited every time.
I think they should just work with crypto. That would really piss off the government. What's up? Red 6 in the house from Boots to Bushes, guys. If you are a veteran out there, you should be in his group, getting in on those giveaways. What's up, man? First time on People in the Boxes. Welcome.
Thank you.
Hello, hello.
Can you hear us?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm getting a little bit of an echo, so I don't know if it's my stuff.
You might have Facebook open still.
I've done that before. I'm like, why the hell am I hearing two of everybody?
Better? Is that better?
We didn't hear it.
Yeah,
It
we
was
didn't
just
hear
you. Yep. Got it.
It sounds great.
Good.
Still learning.
It's good.
How's
Good.
everybody doing tonight?
Dude, we are halfway where we are in the recreational zone tonight on the show. I think is a good way to put it. So we wanted to talk about something not just cannabis, just in general. But did you see any of the show earlier? We talked about hemp batteries and hempcrete. We talked about hempcrete and like all kinds of things, man. There's so many cool things. Here's a picture of it we're looking at here: paper, food, electricity, building materials, animal bedding.
I like the building materials, man. I'm real interested to see if they choose to embark on that adventure a lot. Some of the research they've been doing on it so far seems to be pointing a lot in a good direction.
Well, the hempcrete we looked at is not load bearing, but it is being used to make things. So I'm hoping, maybe they can come up with a way to mix something with that. And I don't know, Jason, you think it would be a mix, or could they just add like iron rebar inside of it, or something like that to make it?
I was just looking at that. It looks like they already do have a couple of them.
All right. Yeah.
More storage units. So
the insulation factor is through the roof, and I like the idea of growing hemp like as taking hemp and cannabis to like the moon and Mars. If we want to do space type of grows, I think that would be one of the best plants to try.
So isn't the way of doing all of this cheaper too?
Well, I pushed back on that earlier because I had a guest on that told me that he was trying to make fuels out of hemp, but then ended up he found this grass. He found this grass that grows faster and makes more methane and makes more fuel out of it and stuff. So the conversion rate and all this, he explained it on the show, but he contests that hemp is not going to be the way to make fuel. But other than that, I don't see anything on here that wouldn't be.
I know bamboo is another universal kind of plant too.
Yeah, bamboo grows fast, and it spreads too. It spreads fast. Also, bamboo is used for structural things if you can grow it big enough. You know, the 3-hour tour, a 3-hour tour.
Sounds familiar.
Miss Charlene, I will put you on the wheel. Yeah, there is an event. There's probably multiple events around me for the Saturday, but I definitely I don't know. I don't know which one to go to. A lot of people that I know of are going to the one in Lincoln, Illinois, including Mr. Red Six here.
Yes, I'll be down there for that one.
I might still try. I'm going to try to get down there, but other than that, I think there's probably some stuff around here as well. Did I get on the wheel, James? I'm not sure, man. You got to share and like the public stream.
Trinity's
I
having a
sent you a
show.
link there.
Say again.
Trinity's having a show at the trolley down on Farmington Road.
Oh, Jason, what did you say? Sorry.
I just sent you a link
Okay.
in your messenger. It's to these 3 brand new hemp houses that they're building in the U.S. right now, and they're different styles for different variations of elements, weather.
James, I'm going to put you on the wheel, brother. I'm sure you're tagging and stuff, but you definitely, if you're in the private group, you won't be able to share it per se. But all right, I got your link here.
It looks like the second one is done with rebar, like you were saying.
3 hemp houses in the U.S. Okay.
I mean, just gorgeous houses.
Texas, the Hondo Hempcrete Home.
I'd live in it.
Oh,
I mean, yeah, like I can't really tell much by looking at it.
it zooms in later down, farther
I always
down.
liked the
Yeah,
hallway through the house like that. It's
What's
Yeah.
up, Jeff?
Well, I would like it like nowadays too, even to separate like a mother-in-law suite or something like that.
Oh yeah.
That would be really great. They don't have them a lot anymore, but I think it would be. Correct me if I'm wrong, Waylon, but you would like family focus too. Being able to keep your family together.
In relation to what? I'm sorry.
Keeping your family together and being able to work as a community. And
Yeah, I'm not sure where I missed something there. I totally agree with those things. Yeah.
the mother-in-law suite.
Oh, that's what you. Okay, my bad.
Do you have like old towns where you guys are
Okay.
at that you can like tour? It's kind of like a history little place. I love those places.
What's up,
But we have all kinds of little ghost towns and stuff.
Jeffrey?
Yeah, there's a ton here.
Greg? I'm getting you on the wheel, brother.
We have a bunch of
Sorry.
old mining towns. There's a lot of mining that was done in our
Yeah, I'd love
state.
to go to all those. They're super cool to learn.
There's still an Amish town around here too.
Oh yeah.
And we have
Come out
some
here
of the
to
most,
Hillsdale, Smashley.
What?
Come out here to Hillsdale. They got
Hillsdale?
a whole old. Yeah, we got a whole old West town.
Oh shit.
Yeah, you can take the kids there for free and everything.
Hell
and
yeah.
It's cool as shit.
I'm gonna fucking write that shit down.
Yeah, we did it during Halloween. They do hay rides and everything.
Oh
It's
shit,
fucking
that's
really
fun.
cool.
Hell yeah.
So
we
it
have some
says,
of the oldest civilizations in the United States in our state.
Yeah, I believe it. Especially down there.
it's a
Yeah.
Hempcrete subcontractors. I want to see where it says how much is there, and because the issue for me is like it might be used in the building of it, but how much of the building is hempcrete?
Well, right here it says the walls are insulated with 12-inch thick hemp
Yeah, that's what I was
line
getting. Yes. Okay.
in cases by 2x6 studs and 2'4" center frame. So
Okay. It'd be
So how is this
inches
with
of
fire?
off the grid. What's that?
How is it like with fire? Is it
Oh, it's
Oh,
resistant.
that's the
okay.
biggest one. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's so
That's
huge.
yeah.
one of the huge benefits of it. It's
Huh.
resistant, but it's also great with insulation. Because right there they don't have insulation.
Well, that is
That
hemp.
Right,
wall
true,
is
yeah.
basically insulation.
That's cool.
So it is going to be quite a bit, like probably almost more than there is wood in the house, as far as like if you
Guaranteed.
wait. So it did say down here what their next projects were, and I was reading it. Says we're doing a garage, the garage of a house we will build next year. I read something else here. Maybe I passed it already, but they said they had 3 down, and they were like a 9 more in the books that are waiting to be built. Here's like a barn out of hempcrete, and this is interesting because this is like just like a poured wall or something. Because what I had seen before were these like hempcrete blocks, almost like Legos, made where you can like stick them together. And so that was a different form of it. But yeah, this is interesting. It almost looks like stucco or just like full poured wall. It's crazy. If anybody out there
Well,
read,
I've seen a company too. They are 3D printing houses and using this for insulation. Using hemp for insulation of a 3D printed house. So it's 3D printed houses are cheap.
Fiber Fort's the name of the company. Their goal is to make as big of an impact as possible. We think we have an amazing opportunity in Detroit. Okay, there you go. Coming up in Detroit. Detroit is full of structures that we have deteriorating. Oh my God.
It's hard to see.
Well, that, but also I cannot remember the last time I ever read that word, to be honest. Deteriorating. I've said it many times, never read it though. It's crazy. I came into a couple words recently. I was like, wow, I have never seen that word, but I've talked about it many times for decades. Okay, so with the spray application method, we can help. Oh, it's a spray application of it. Okay, to your point, Jason, with the 3D printing, they can make it, if they can get it into a spray of some kind like that. That's insane. All right.
Spray insulation.
I do want to play that little video though, to Ashley's point. Let's see.
They got one going right up here in Chelsea. It's only a half hour from me.
That is loud, and I don't see a volume thing anywhere. Okay, there we go.
It looks kind of like a cement block.
It's concrete. It's hempcrete. So, yeah, it's like a concrete block, but with hemp. But look at this. I mean, it doesn't burn for a long time. Like it doesn't. Like it's still cold. It's still like it doesn't get hot. Wood actually gets pretty hot, even if it's not like the end of the wood that's on fire. This is like really a cool insulating material.
What materials are
the hemp building are $32,000 to $65,000 a year.
What, Ryan? Sorry.
What materials are they replacing with the hemp?
So insulation for the most part.
So
Insulation,
like
concrete.
Or the insulation.
Yeah, that would be a big one. Fiberglass.
In the concrete, you know what I mean? It's probably still have rocks in it, I would assume, or some kind of gravel.
This doesn't, but
No.
The gravel is the hemp like fibers.
Okay.
So the hemp fibers mixed with lime is the is the way that it makes the way it sticks together. That's why it's not load bearing, because it's not actually rocks being stacked on top of each other.
That's why when you seen in the house,
have a good night, Jeff.
They had the big A-frame arches, big A-frame peaks inside that where you could actually see were visible open framed houses. So
hemp rope, with your cannabis stalks. It's the issue with cannabis versus hemp is that there's a difference in the how hard it is to break up the stalk into little chips. The hemp is easier to break up, but how it has stronger fibers. But cannabis is like, not sticky, but more stringy, if it makes sense. So that's what I've heard anyway. I can't be for sure about that, but James says they got earth ships in northern New Mexico. Earth ships are pretty cool. Definitely cool. They got to have cannabis in there though, for sure. Chance, what's up? Cheers from Otsego, Michigan.
Cheers.
Smoking on some Magic Runs. Cheers. Jeff's got some blueberry cupcake joint. Okay. Magic Runs hybrid cart. Okay. I had some stuff called creamy sauced. I'm like, what kind of name is that? Really? Creamy sauced.
You could probably have a whole show on just the many different names of cannabis.
Oh wow! Like that annoys me. That really grinds my gears listening to all of the different strains, man. Like I just want to know. Once I knew how to tell if it's more of an indica or a sativa, or how to grow it, because sativas take longer to grow, and so that's typically why you don't see it as much. But you can also make. I guess I don't know that you can make it more sativa, but you can definitely make things more indica, right, Jason? You can make it more amber and make that shit couch lock, like make it more strong in that respect. But you can't make it more sativa. Like if you cut it short or cut it early, does it make it more sativa like?
Yes.
Not but in a large way, like, or is it?
Yes.
Significant? Okay, because I would prefer the sativa myself.
Doesn't it give the more?
I hope so, James. That's a
psychotropic effects.
The sativa.
Yeah.
For me, it's just more the energy levels, because I enjoy medicating through the day, and since I'm I have the condition to do that. Yeah, I got to be able to make sure I'm still got some energy to do stuff and not go.
I think the amber makes it more CBN or something, right?
Yeah, CBN, I think, and maybe some more CB. Is it more CBD as well? I'm not sure.
That I don't know, but I've heard more CBN.
Just CBN then, I guess. No, it was
CBG.
CBG. That's the other one. I was like, there was another one.
Yeah. So we also have boats that are made out of resin and hemp fibers. Boats. I mean, so
kind of like fiberglass, except with hemp fibers.
Yep, we have what country is this? They have a boat, several tourist boats that are solar powered. I mean, they look freaking awesome as shit.
You want to pull it up, or you're on a different thing? Never mind.
Yeah, it's on a different computer.
Well, I can search it. Let's see, hemp fiber boats.
Yep. It's in Istria, Istria. A solar-powered cannabis boat built in Istria. A green way to sail the high seas.
Solar-powered boats from hemp, yeah.
So you got solar-powered, and you got made from hemp. I mean, come on.
This one's got Bob Marley. It's chilling.
Come on. The flag?
Yeah.
Yep. Timeout article?
Yeah.
Yep.
National Geographic has one.
Yep. I mean, there's a lot. It's a real thing.
Solar-powered boat. That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
You better have some oars.
And they're made by hemp, with hemp.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, the hemp fiber might be a whole different thing than hempcrete for sure, because hemp fiber is being added to things, not just lime.
Well, it goes as far as possible to do windows. I mean, so
wow,
making a window out of hemp fiber makes it indestructible.
You mean like turning it into like the plastics we were talking about, except for a thicker version of it where it's see-through?
Yes, sir.
Interesting. Yeah, because the hemp fiber, I guess, I don't know why I was confused, because hemp fiber is how they make the clothing, how they make the rope, how you make all of this. But to your point, the plastics are not, or what is it, like the waxes or the plant? I don't know what it is that would make the window. It's interesting.
So you got, let's even take it to another level. Hemp plants were utilized for construction rotor blades for small wind turbines.
Oh,
Yeah,
light.
I mean,
Yeah,
a lot of people don't even understand that hemp has been used way longer than we realized. You know, way longer, and what we're able to truly do with it can touch the ends of the earth.
That's okay, Corey. It's crazy. You got a Facebook ban. You guys don't. I don't ever see you doing anything like that would be bannable. Jeez. Glad you can still comment.
I don't know, but I'm out of here. We keep learning and growing, and there's so much more we don't even know. So.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Peace out.
I want I want cannabis mainlined, just right in the IV drip.
Okay.
Infused IV drips. Yeah.
I'm down. Sign me up.
Right.
Oh crap! This was the DMT one. Ah, I grabbed the wrong one.
Or did I?
Oh
Yeah.
Growing hemp for the future.
Yeah.
I mean, the one picture I pulled up really did kind of encompass it. This first one here, just kind of showing all the different things, the cosmetics. I mean, we didn't think, like we talked about it before, the beard oils, the different, clean it, like soaps and different things. Patchouli oil, well, that's something different. Never mind. Mulch and compost. Okay. Cording, like, does that mean okay? So cording and rope are different. Come on now. Come on. I know they're different in some ways if you're talking about like ripcord and like military, but anyway. But I like the batteries. That's really cool, because we definitely need better ways to store power. And Elon Musk, for all of his ups and downs, is at least come a long way on the way that electricity can be stored and accessed on in this electric cars. I'm not going to say they're going to replace gas yet, because they still don't go that far, but 300 miles or whatever is a pretty good amount of time on one battery charge, so they're coming a long way. So if they can put hemp into it.
The problem I see with that is there's places that you can't get to in 300 miles.
Janet, like and share the video, and we'll get you in on the wheel. One more time.
Heard they're terrible.
I said there's places you can't get to in 300 miles.
Yeah, and then you also don't take into account like weather and windage and like going uphill and downhill. You might actually.
Every single person had to go to a charging station too, even if we did have them.
Oh, our electric grid would be totally crashed. Yeah.
Time at
I heard you can't live in a
station.
super cold place either.
Well, you buy the thing at home though. If you have the home one and you don't go more than 300 miles away from home.
So they're trying to regulate where I can go now.
Well, no, but if you could charge it up at home.
Well, no. What do you mean? Well, no.
You can charge it up in other places. They're already out there. I'm just saying that if you're going to have a backup, like if you're going to have like you said, a clogging up of people in there trying to charge, and you want to get that wall mount, the Tesla wall mount for at home,
I mean, if every home had a charging mount, wouldn't that still overload the power grid?
No, actually, what they want to do, and it's a good point, because what they want to do with that wall mount is they want to make it part of the grid to where it actually strengthens the grid by adding a bunch of batteries into the grid. You know what I mean?
Kind of like a substation almost.
Yeah, like a whole bunch more capacitors in the system that's sending power all over.
But when it does overload, it just blows up everybody's car, and then
everyone's houses, everyone's garage.
Yeah.
I mean,
then we're all just
No good in the Southwest. Yeah, the heat. Yeah, the extreme weather, electric vehicles. Yeah, they're not there yet. But what if they had hemp fiber vehicles instead of not just boats, but hemp fiber on the vehicles? That would dissipate a lot of the heat issues, especially in the.
Well, even the hemp batteries.
Yeah.
I think a hemp battery would be the way to go. But I've recently seen studies where people are saying that they want to go back to older style cars. They don't want this new technology. And there's no reason for it. Our cars from the 90s, you put a different muffler on it and a different exhaust system, there's nothing wrong with that car.
Well, plus the older cars, they had more room. Like you could get under the hood, and there was like your little brother could climb in under there to help your dad. Like he's underneath the hood all the way. Like,
they're saying that it is a scam from the car industry and whoever else that there's no reason for these cars to cost $50,000, $60,000, $70,000.
And then the repair too. They pass it down the line to the repair people by making it hard to repair. Yep. What, Smash? Yep.
I said you could get a whole tiny house for that price.
Yeah.
You can. You can get a decent house. You know? And it's unbelievable that, what did we go through a year ago with all these car dealerships? Oh, we'll have your car, but it's going to be 7 months because they didn't have a fucking computer chip to make the engine run. What do you mean you don't have a computer chip? Oh, it's stuck on a boat.
I'm on
so I can't get my car because my car won't run without a computer chip. You know what that chip does? When you don't make your payment, they press a button and it shuts the car down, so you can't drive that car no more.
Yeah, fuck that.
I mean, come on. It also tells me all the dummy lights on there that tells me when my tire's low, when I actually should just know that by driving the car. But hey.
Didn't we we don't have automotive in school no more. They don't teach that anymore.
I don't know how to check that. My dashboard tells me how to do that.
But I have a funny story.
Oh, okay.
I forgot
when I was in my last year of high school, I worked at a gas station, and it was a full-service gas station with self-service prices. It was at that cusp of time where self-service or full-service stations were going out. So we put your gas in, but we did it for full-service prices. Well, around back, the gas station was the air pump. And so one night I was working, me and this one guy I worked with, and this lady comes in and she says, I need help putting air in my tire. And I said, oh, okay, I'll go help you. So I grabbed the air tire gauge and I went around back, and in trying to put air in her tire, she had fucking flattened her tire. She had let all the air out of her tire.
Wow.
I just keep putting it in and it just keeps coming out. I saw this lady. Okay, no offense. Crazy. No offense, but there is a little bit of a stereotype about Asian drivers. And this one day, it kind of hit me. This lady ran up on a median, just straight up in the straight ahead. And it was like her first day in the country kind of thing. Like I was trying to talk to her. It wasn't really much. There was a very strong language barrier, but she had just drove up on that median like it was a driveway, like it was somewhere to go. and it was in the middle of the road. And I was waiting for the bus out of all things. I didn't have my own vehicle. And I'm looking at this lady. She's got like a brand new Equinox or something like that. I forget what it was, some big ass SUV. I'm just going, man. You know, this lady gets this brand new car and I'm over here waiting on the damn bus. And it was like a good half foot of snow outside. And she just drove right up onto the median. She got out and looked at me like I was going to explain to her, you know, what happened. And I'm like, yeah. I tried.
I'm like, here, I'll drive you there. Can I borrow this?
Jump out? Like,
there was nothing anywhere near. It was a 4-lane. Like it was a pretty insane incident. That same intersection, I saw a car T-bone, a T-bone SUV, and the SUV was up on its roof. I'd never seen a car flipped all the way over onto its roof, like upside down. Woo! And I'm like, maybe they needed more cannabis before they drove. I don't know.
Definitely need more cannabis. So there's several things that hemp can be used for. We figured it all out, but one of them that baffled me was hemp milk.
Yep.
It truly baffles me.
Hemp milk?
Why does it baffle you?
Because it's hard to find the nipples.
Their little udders.
I mean, where are the nipples? Hey.
Yeah, it just. How did we determine that? How did we determine that you can milk hemp? You can squeeze it enough
They
to
milk
get a juice out of it.
almonds. They milk almonds. They milk
it's the same
soybeans.
Yeah, but almonds look like they have a tit. Come on.
So you know what almond milk really is? It's just water and almonds blended
Yeah.
very
it's
smoothly
pressed,
together.
right?
So I mean, they do that same thing with hemp seeds. So
Yeah.
Well, they just
the same
grind it up, right?
yeah,
So it's more like it's actually
like a smoothie,
yeah.
a seed smoothie.
I mean, we're using it for animal feed. It lessens sheep's when a sheep farts, it lets off the hazardous gas.
A wonderful.
Whatever it
Kind of
is.
like the cloud behind Waylon.
Yeah.
Now it just smells good. Now it's like,
And you feed
There it
hemp,
is.
and it lessens it by 40%.
ooh, give me some more of that. Ooh, I like it. Now it smells like. Ooh, is that sour diesel? Ooh.
And then the other one was that I thought was very cosmetic.
Cosmetics. I mean, beard oil is one, and all the different skin creams.
But are you using the actual hemp from that, or are you using more of the THC cannabinoids in the other part of the plant?
Sucking on my pants nipples all the time.
She's like, "How could you?"
Not again, James. Not again. I got you on there, Corey. That must be a very big piece piece tag. Price tag, yeah. I don't know. I could see that because I've heard that hemp seeds are healthy. Cannabis seeds are supposed to be like, I don't know what it is that it gives you. Was it fiber?
That's got the omegas in it, I think.
Yeah, the oils are good, I guess, at least.
It is the hemp seed oil prized for its moisturization and nourishing properties.
Swiss iced tea that was hemp seed based.
Fatty acids.
Very good. Not sure if it's around anymore. Hemp seed based Swiss iced tea. So I have this. The Old Spice has created a hemp seed deodorant, and I don't know what is it. Just the oils, I guess, that they add to it a little bit, and I can call it. They can say there's hemp in it. Very healthy. Reduces inflammation. Cray says, yeah. That makes sense. It would, cannabis is good for reducing inflammation, so the oils probably are better even.
I think I've seen tanning oil with hemp in it.
Yeah, well, it would be similar to the beard oils. Yeah.
Well, for a long time, they've had that lotion called, I think it's called Hemp's.
Don't get it. It fucking has Red 40 in it.
Like Doritos?
Yeah, literally. I checked. It's terrible. Don't buy it.
It's crazy how many lotions and stuff have that in there.
Yeah, they put it in fucking everything.
Yep.
I swear to God, it's hard to find anything without it anymore. Yeah, my friend my ex-friend, geez, she wanted to be dramatic. Anyways, she got it for her psoriasis, and I tried to warn her, and she's like, "No, I don't care." I'm like, "Fine."
What's up,
Your
Brett?
skin.
What's up, Brett?
Hey, Brett.
Brett must be a glass blower.
Who?
This on the screen there. I just see the picture. It looks like a piece of
swirled glass.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Corey's allergic to red dye 40. Yeah, like things like Mountain Dew and Doritos and such, man. bad news, man. Bad
So
news.
speaking about allergic, what do you think about people that are allergic to cannabis? Like, what do
That's
you?
them.
It really, really does. But
not just
it's
cannabis,
becoming
though.
more popular too,
Isn't
and
it
it's
just?
something that can
Well,
develop.
Isn't
people
it
have
just like
allergies to all kinds of stuff, though. Like
Yeah.
I'm allergic to eggs. I'm allergic to cheese, and I've been on this kick where I've been eating a lot of cheese lately.
Uh-huh.
And I can tell when I've eaten too much because I start getting hives in my scalp,
Okay.
and it itches and it
So-
hurts.
Itchy.
Isn't
So
that
there's
just
so many
the hay
plants,
fever
though.
Isn't it the same allergy to other things? If you're allergic to weed, you're allergic to like the pollen and the. You're not allergic to weed or cannabis specifically. I think typically when you have an allergy, it's to cannabis and other similar like hay fever type pollinating plants.
Interesting. I guess I didn't know.
It also could be the way it's grown too, because there's so many plants out there grown differently.
Well, like country
What
boy,
about the people that develop that allergy though?
Yeah,
You
but you know what? The
because
thing
over
that
time,
most people,
like, and we're seeing people more recently be like, I don't know what happened. All of a sudden, I just can't smoke no more because I break out into a rash or this, that, and the other.
Could be source. Like
Yep.
where they're
the thing
getting
that
it from.
most people
Well,
are allergic to with plants in that context, Waylon, is pollen.
that's what
Like
I'm
I
thinking.
have terrible pollen allergies, but like I'm not allergic to the plant itself, but I'm allergic to the pollen of the plant.
I was
Like
worried about that.
pecans. I have a terrible allergy to pecan pollen, and
Wow. Okay.
I'm not allergic to eating the nuts, but there are people that have nut allergies, bona fide nut allergies too. So it just depends. I think it's a particular protein.
Well, something that blows my mind still to this day about plants that people don't think about a lot is that almost every plant makes a flower. Like almost, I mean, I guess, I don't know. There's probably certain things you would exclude, like trees, maybe, but even those, a lot of have, but almost everything has a bud of some kind of flowers. Almost everything that we eat, especially, and that makes pollen. And so, I mean, when you have that type of allergy, I mean, you're going to get hit with a lot of stuff. But mostly, you have those weeds and hay fevers from like a lot of grasses and weeds and things like that. So there might be different types of pollen. I can tell you for sure that for one thing, I was worried about it. I thought I was allergic to weed, cannabis, and I went and got tested. They poke your back 52 times with this little tiny needle and see what happens. And so it ended up being pets, dogs and cats. But this is what I can tell you. I have pets, and so I think what's happening is my lungs are maybe able to handle that if I wasn't also putting smoke into them. And so I think the combination is really where I have an issue where I need medications and such like that.
Yeah, I'm allergic to pretty much every animal. And
Yeah.
I develop an immunity for my own pets more so, but if I go to somebody else's house, like I'm itching and my eyes are like puffy and red and everything.
Yeah.
You can really tell then.
Yeah.
And to Jason's point, you can develop so many allergies as you get older too, and that just sucks.
Yeah, I had a bunny for 2 years and I wasn't allergic, and then one day, every time I touched him, I just started becoming itchy and everything. Bunnies are the worst for my eyes. It's terrible.
Itchy eyes.
Yeah.
And that's what they say is some allergies are not curable, but individuals grow out of them.
Mhm.
So all of a sudden, you just might
Nutrition
not
really
be.
helps
You can
too,
grow
though.
into it, and you can grow out of it. That's
That's where autoimmune disorders come from. It's your
And
immune system attacking a foreign body.
But
Yeah.
nutrition, to Ashley's point, though, nutrition is going to hit that. I've
Yeah.
seen some crazy things with autoimmune issues with just changing the diet, and so many people now, big like people out in the public eye doing these things where they. And I don't want to push just one, but to me, the carnivore diet was one that was really stark results. But people were finding all their autoimmune issues just dropping away. but that's a hard diet. That's a difficult way to eat, you know.
I did the keto diet for a long time. And what it is that when you eat like that, you have very low inflammation in your body. And so inflammation is what causes a lot of problems in your body, you know, like heart disease, plaque, all that stuff. So when you have very low inflammation, your body doesn't really, your immune system doesn't really go on the attack like that anymore. Like a lot of my allergies, and I have terrible allergies to all kinds of stuff, but a lot of my allergies virtually disappeared.
I'm on the weed diet. Whatever I eat, I see it, I eat it.
I think it would be cool to record yourself trying to live on only eating cannabis for a certain amount of time. And I don't mean like cookies made with cannabis. I'm talking about eating a bud, you know, because it does have a ton of nutrients without being decarboxylated, without being cooked or heated. It can actually
throw some ranch on it.
That's what. Well, no, you wouldn't be allowed to have the ranch. It would just have to be, the test would be just eating a bud.
Melanie did it for 4 days.
Can I at least have some water?
Yep. She was sick and could not eat anything else, couldn't drink.
Oh shit.
And I had, when I was living there, we had weed just sitting there ground up and decarbed weed, and she would walk by and grab handfuls of it and just eat straight that.
But it was decarb though.
She would do both.
I would have to check. Yeah, I don't know if it
use
some of it, but they tested a normal bud heated, or I don't know, or regular carbox. I don't know, regular recarboxylated. No, anyway, they tested it and found a lot of nutrients in there. I don't know if they had say everything that you would need to survive, but
it'd have to be organic too, almost in a way. You would want it organic at least. You know, yes, you can flush 90% of the chemicals that are used if you do it properly. But I know me, if I was eating it raw, I would definitely want it more organic.
So I
Googled, more organic fruit, definitely. If I'm doing uncooked, if I'm eating any raw fruits, I definitely want them organic.
So I Googled this topic, and it says raw cannabis leaves, stems, stalks, and seeds can provide the body with almost all the essential nutrients, including carbs, protein, fat, water.
It's pretty insane.
Vitamins, minerals, trace amounts of calcium, sodium, potassium, and omega fatty acids. Omega-3 fatty acids.
And think about its shelf life. I mean, we have it in it's cures for a long time, and then you have it just sitting like in a nice sealed container or whatever, and you could just be like that. That's your new tame in the Wild West food. Take that on the old trail with you, or
the cannabis oil. This is olive oil infused.
Yeah. Nice color.
So it's beautiful. And olive oil is great for toothaches, great for your skin. For sores, there's so many different uses for it. It's great for food, cooking with. It's just, there's so many different things that we can truly do with it.
I want to shout out to our Rumble viewers. We had about 16 in there. We got 13 people hanging out on Rumble. Cheers, y'all. We got had a hell of a lot of friends pop through on X. Shouts out to X. Yeah. Still 20 people.
We've had 57 people come through, or 58 people come through.
58 plus 13 to 20 over on Rumble. I mean,
cheers,
it's been a good one. I never know how this topic goes.
For a while too. Yep.
I never know how this topic will go, and I guess we can segue to this where, I actually I don't do dabs directly on the screen as much anymore. I'll put whatever my shared in screen, I'll put it up and then it kind of cover the torch and me doing, but today's a little different, obviously, but I have cut back a little bit, but I'm also not going to take it away from the screen altogether. I want to be a little more courteous to people that might be, off put by the torching and all that. But I'm also not going to give in and just like pretend like I don't do it at all, because there's a whole sort of camaraderie keeps coming to my mind, but there's community, there's other words involved, but where it's a ritual type of a thing, the peace pipe, us passing the peace pipe. It's, yeah, you can say that's the same with drinking, but I don't know of a lot of like, I don't know of any live streamers where they're like, all right, everybody, let's drink, you know, like there's not, I don't think that's a thing through the internet as much as cannabis is. Does that make sense? I'm not sure if that's fully, if I'm off base with that. Go ahead.
No, I think you're pretty accurate at that, but I also think it's a big thing that because there's not a lot of social places cannabis users can go hang out. You pretty much have to find the cannabis lounge if you want to do it outside your house and not have to worry about catching any crap for it. So,
okay, that's true.
A bar, you can, I mean, there's one on every corner sometimes you go to.
Well, yeah, man, there's a bar at some of these events I go to, which are all, some of these are like swanky, like markets, you know, and everybody's in there, you know, wouldn't want you to light up cannabis, but yet they're all getting day drunk right there. You know,
I've actually been, I was in St. Patty's Day. There was only 5 people in a parking lot. I fired up a joint. The only other person was inside. Everyone that was in the parking lot with me, half of them consumed cannabis. They were all cool with it. The person that owned the facility came out and treated me like an absolute criminal, dude. And I told the guy, like, okay, I understand. Like, I'll leave. You know what I mean? No problems. I understand you don't want that here. And he kind of came at me and straight up told me, like, you're an idiot, basically, for, like, doing this. So I'm like, well, wait a minute. Like, you got people shooting up in your bathroom. You know what I mean? And you know that that's going on, but you're still not okay with
and this was a bar, right?
God.
Yes.
Like that, don't even, yeah, that substance kills people. This substance might make us a little goofy for an hour or two.
Now, don't get me wrong. If I'm in a crowd full of people, I'm probably going to wander off by myself just because I know most people, there are still people out there that are not cool with it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I already knew ahead of hand everyone that was in the parking lot with me was cool. I worked with one of the guys, for crying out loud. Like he knows what I do. He knows that I grow my own, and it's helped me medically in more ways than just smoking it. But
sure,
this other person who owned the establishment. So once I realized he wasn't cool, like I said, I immediately agreed. I will leave your establishment, man. No need to take this any farther. And as I was walking away, he started calling me names and stuff like that. And I just kind of looked at him and, you know, shook my head. And I really wanted to do some other stuff, but I got in my car and left. You know what I mean? You know why? Because I was just smoking a joint. You know what I mean?
You were going to get into a twerking battle with him. That's what you. It's time.
But yes,
cheers.
There's still a huge stigma towards cannabis and public consumption.
I know here a lot of bar owners, they have a grudge against the cannabis industry because once the recreational law passed, a lot of their customers quit coming. Mm-hmm. They were able to go to the dispensary and get weed. They didn't want to drink. They drank because there was nothing else to do. Yeah. It was legal. They were, you know, they wouldn't get in trouble at work. But all of a sudden it's, I'm not going to get in trouble at work. I can go to the store and buy this. Shit, I ain't going to the bar. I'm sitting at home watching my TV, chilling, playing with the kids, enhancing my life. You know, a lot of people use it instead of using alcohol to cover up your life, you know, because you're drinking causes depression and stuff or whatever. But covering it up, you're using marijuana to enhance it. You know, a lot of times you have a good buzz, go and play with the kids, go and do this, go and do that. Makes dealing with the mother-in-law a little bit easier. You know, it just.
I don't do that by choice.
Wait, I wasn't on top of things, but here you go.
It does.
So like it's so funny because in some respects we call it a performance enhancing drug. In some sports even, and then other respects you say, oh well, it just makes you lazy and stuff. It's like, no, it's all in what we do with what we have, including technology, our phones, like certain like doom scrolling, or a substance. That's why I really don't like the whole bad rap that texting and driving gets. Because yes, okay, I think back in the was it early 2000s ish, there was maybe more of a string of like young girls getting in wrecks when they were texting and driving or something, or you would hear that on the news or something. I think it was just more sensationalized because let's face it, there are a lot of distractions while driving. And it's not just someone who's high. It's not just someone who has a text going on. There's fast food. The radio sometimes was messed up. I'm trying to get, just like your kids in the back seat, stuff around you that's happening, like things outside. Like I used to work on people's lawnmowers and stuff for Sears. I used to go to people's houses in home service, and I went out to this house in the country where there was this really, we'll say, lovely blonde woman who would like to mow her grass with no top on, and she'd caused a couple of wrecks. And I'm just saying, like, distractions are distractions. Like, I'll be honest, like I don't anymore, but I used to be if I was out with friends and we were doing anything, I'm like, no, I'm driving, because I would feel more comfortable behind the wheel, even if that was a mistake on my part. Either way, I would still feel more so than other people, because I'm more about paying attention to all of the distractions, including whatever it is I'm personally doing. And if that's cannabis, like, okay, I might drive slower. I might, I might be like forget where I'm going. That's another issue sometimes, but that's just that's an old guy thing, not necessarily. I hate to blame cannabis for stuff, I don't answer my phone when I'm driving, Charlene says. Yeah, and then even that, Charlene, they have all these ways to get around it. Well, you have the hands-free thing going on. But yeah, but come on. Like, are you really not distracted still at that point? It's legal.
I mean, all of us on screen came from having a CD case that had 50 CDs in it, and we're flipping through that, driving the car with one knee, trying to change the CD,
Trying to change it in a Walkman that's every bump you hit in the road.
I know when I was younger, I changed my clothes when I was driving, and done a lot of things. But now that I'm older, I try not to text and drive. I try not to do that distracted driving per se. If I'm eating in the car, if I got a passenger, I would rather have them open my food and hand it to me.
But even then, you bite into that. You bite into that Carl's Hardee's Star Junior burger, and it just squirts all up into your lap. No, never had that.
I don't remember.
I used to love that because Hardee's changed. You guys remember when Hardee's kept changing their name over and over? It's like, okay, now we're Hardee's Carl's Jr. Star Hardee's. Now it's Star Hardee's, Carl's Jr. Hardee's. Like, I'm like, come on. I'm not even.
It's because of divorces, Waylon.
Okay. Yep. We had small things like that happen with restaurants around here. But so has anybody seen what happened to the wheat beer, the Heineken? I think that's out there right now.
It's still out there.
There's a couple of infused drinks. Go ahead.
8-Bit Beercade, the little arcade place over on Water Street in Peoria. They sell THC drinks.
We got to go there sometime, man. It's been years since I've been down there, and I want to check it out. You have to buy a drink, but once you buy a drink, it doesn't have to be alcoholic. But then you're allowed to play all of the arcade games in that place for free. And there's a bunch of these little rooms. It's kind of like a dive bar, and the arcade is kind of the same vibe, but it's a bunch of the older arcade games that we played as kids. And
have you been there since they moved?
No, I didn't know they moved.
They're over in a bigger place now, right around the corner. Yeah.
More games?
Yeah, we should plan a night and run over there.
Yes, I want to do a review for it because I've never been there since they moved, and I haven't done a review for it. So
I might be able to go. You let me know, and we'll plan a night to go.
Tomorrow night.
I mean, yeah, we could.
I mean, I won't have my son this weekend. His mom went on vacation, and I took care of business while gone. While we usually do every other. We usually do a lot of rotating, but I held it down. And I went to the field trip today at the zoo, the local zoo. So that was interesting. Already? It was sad. We talked about animals on People in the Boxes. Was it last week or the week before about how like whether or not animals are meant to be worked as like working, organism. And we talked about animals a lot. And that was a whole thing where we talked about how sad it is. We've captivated some that are so like docile now that like dogs are basically perpetual puppies. We talked about a lot of that. But then I go to the zoo and I'm like, the zoo is a whole nother one that we just, like they're not even being worked. They're not even getting the satisfaction of getting, like some animals like having work, and then those ones in the zoo. I took video of a tiger that the tiger is just like everyone's watching like it's something in like in amazement, but the tiger was literally like crying out. I'm like, this tiger is like asking to be killed or something. It was really sad. I don't know what was happening there, but man, it just took me back. And it was like, man, we talked about like the domestication of animals versus the ones that we work like for for our needs, oxen or for protection. But then we didn't really talk about the zoo where it's like, well, that's just for us to learn or to be able to show our kids what an animal looks like without taking them out into the wild.
Well, there's a lot of conservation that happens with that too.
Some of those are really nice, actually. We there's a contrast with that in Illinois, Kim. One is the Wildlife Prairie Park, which is more of a conservation, but it's only local animals. Like you can't have a zoo in a place with all different climates. Or I mean, what I'm saying, in one climate, you can't have a zoo with all different animals, and also have them not be completely dependent on the people. It's crazy.
Yeah. Well, like pandas, they brought pandas here to the United States and put them in zoos to do conservation, breeding programs and stuff like that, trying to rejuvenate the species. They do that with a lot of them. Like there's a lot of tiger conservation that goes on and stuff too. So
Chaotic, come on up here, man. We are 2 hours in, but we usually go a little longer. So if you want to come up, I don't know if you get on video at all, but you'd be welcome. Come up, like and share it. Okay, I'll get you on this wheel. First X exclusive person to get on the like and share wheel. Nice. Awesome, man. Yeah, if you want the link, I will get the link over to you on X. That'd be cool to have somebody pop up. I mean, you don't even have to. No thanks. He said, okay, no worries, brother. I don't know if you did a lot of video content. I see you doing a lot of tweets. X is a different ball game too, man. I want to start doing some spaces, audio only spaces. You might like those, Jason. It'd be a lot more chill. Like instead of doing live streams on Facebook, not instead, I guess, but in addition, maybe once in a while doing a space where, and I know you say you're not an X person, but it's free. You should check it out. So a space where it's like we just hang out and you can literally be going about your day doing things, but you have yourself muted and you can, weigh in from the quote stage like we are on the paper on the screen now. It's a different kind of thing. You don't have to have, you don't even have to have clothes on. Just be, what's up?
Yes.
Audio only.
Kind of like Zoom.
Well, no, not like Zoom. No, No, there's no audio. There's no video. There's no video.
No.
But-
Remember these people would have Zoom meetings and they'd be like all professional on top and then stand up and they're in their chonies.
Yeah, the guy
Yeah.
was. Then there was the other guy that got caught. Like he was still live on the Zoom meeting, and he was beating his meat.
Ooh,
What was his name? It was a politician, I want to say.
what the hell? That's
The way she says it.
It's on the tip of my tongue. I think there's an S. I think it starts with an
a
S.
tip of your tongue?
What? He doesn't.
Tip.
He's not on the tip of my tongue. Just
Oh.
his name. Just his
Oh,
name.
okay.
No worries, brother.
Clarify that there, Waylon.
It's way more popular than broadcasting here. Yeah, it is, but it's also because of the algorithm. And Alex was explaining that today, how they deboost the links are all deboosted in their algorithm, outside links and internal links. So every time I go live on X, it actually is getting. But I'm actually getting we're getting some more visibility now that I'm able to share into a couple of different communities. 41 people have popped in through X today, so that's how it's done. When the cameras are all in their rooms. Error. Facebook user still here. Nobody's here. Thanks, nobody. Yeah, you still got one person hanging out over on the Legit Bean Review Remastered. Oh snap! We just went up to 42. Thanks for the like and share. Chaotic. I got you on the wheel. Now this wheel is for a game night ticket. If you guys don't know about game night, you get a chance to play. You don't have to do anything. You just have to come by and watch the fun. You can come up, but you don't have to. What's up, Heather? Hi again. We'll do that spin here now, I guess, since we're over the 2-hour mark. But yeah, good show though. I think there's so much to be learned, like Kim alluded to. Yes, I talk about the stuff that we're doing now because some of it's still not widely adapted yet, or not even worked on fully enough per se, like some of these projects. So yes, it is maybe stuff that we've talked about already, but it's still it's still in the baby stages of being brought out into the world. But to your point, there's got to be stuff we haven't even thought of yet. The whole window thing that Jason brought up is crazy. That being able to do things like that and get rid of more harmful glass and plastics.
Well, they make plexiglass, so
Yeah, but what's that made out of? Fiberglass? Like,
I think it's made out of some kind of plastic. I think.
yeah, well, let's see if we can get rid of oil-based plastics,
Petroleum.
petroleum-based plastics. Using plant-based plastics would be a really cool alternative. I like graphene as well. All right, last chance, everybody. I believe I don't see anybody that I missed. The Grow Room Genetics. Scroy, what's up? Nice. I'm going to the zoo with my kids in a few weeks. Okay, well, I'm sorry to ruin it for you. Let's see. Scroy, if you want to like and share, the wheel is calling your name, brother. And so the Grow Room Genetics should come up sometime, man. Or me lady, whichever you are. Forget who runs the account. I'll give you a second here to respond. It's all good, but okay, fine. You know what, Scroy? Fine, Scroy. The wheel's not calling your name, but I appreciate you coming through. Ronaldo hitting the big guns with Twisty and Justin and Ronnie and Karina. What's up? Sharing and liking Ronaldo, trying to get up on this wheel, brother. Do I have to do another dab to give people a moment? I guess I could make it happen. Shouts out to Red 6 for hanging out, my man. Appreciate you coming up. I think more people need to take advantage of people in boxes. You can actually share this out as your own content too, if you ever wanted to get to that point. Maybe have you come back sometime. But yeah, it's an open invite. We can have 10 people on the screen. So if you're out there, you do your own show, you have your own business, whatever it is, and you have time on a Thursday, come through once or twice a month, 3 times a month would be great. I don't want to I want to make it sort of a rotating thing where not everybody has to be here every day, but it could be fun. That's to anybody out there. Let me know. I did put a post out. It didn't really reach much, so it is what it is. I guess we should get through some of the housekeeping. We got game night coming up Sunday, and we got Kim has a show on Sundays, and so does Ashley. Ashley, we have 3 lovely ladies that. Well, 3. Well, me, I guess I'm a lovely lady. Ryan, when do you do live streams? Do you do them like pretty regularly, or just kind of whenever?
I do the weekly veteran giveaway on Thursdays, so that's kind of why I'm usually either hit or miss on the people in the box.
What time do you do that?
I do it at 8:30.
Oh,
so I've been thinking about adjusting it maybe a little sooner. Try and catch maybe some East Coast people. I think 8:30 is a little late for a crowd, you know what I mean, nationwide. So, but I'd also like to maybe start something on a Monday. So.
Nice. Yeah, guys, check them out if you're a veteran or if you want to help sponsor veterans. I don't know if you're in that group yet, Kim, but.
Yeah, I'm in there.
Okay.
Thanks.
Waylon, did you get them other 2? Country Boy and Sigroy?
I'll like and share, dude. What do I need to share out? just the video. If you share it to like your feed or share it to your story, or if you can't be public about cannabis, you're welcome to share it to a group that is like okay with you sharing into it. That's a
cheers 420.
Oh, cheers. I was just getting the dab ready, but let me get these 2 people on there.
11:20.
Somewhere.
Heather, I've got you on there. Yep. And then Scroy, I got you. I think you'll like game night if you win the ticket. Guy, what's up, man? Come up and have a smoke with us, brother. Thanks, Scroy. I got you, brother. I got you on there. Guy is actually going to be doing the Herbal Roots Cannafest. And Jason, you should come to this, man. It's in July. It's going to be my first booth, the Indoor Farmer booth. First booth ever. They were awesome enough to offer. And I'm going to do I don't know if I won't really be able to be live, but I'm going to do a lot of recording and do some like a setup to where Sir Steve-O is going to be there. He's going to hold down the booth while I go and check out and get a lot of other booths and record a lot of footage. But then also it's going to be an inside, and it's going to be such an awesome venue, guys. It's going to be really cool. I can't remember at this moment. Too many Ray Charles songs running through my head. You got the right one, baby. But that's the name of the dabs I'm doing, guys, in case you're wondering. It's from Grassroots, the name of the farm. But I can't remember the exact date. Maybe he'll say in a moment here.
I'll be down there for Hippie Fest. It's 11, 12, 13th, and 14th.
Of July?
Yeah.
11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, I don't know if is anybody is it open to go to that, or I don't know. I'll see if I get the golden ticket. Willy Wonka will send me a bird with a golden shaped or a golden plated piece of paper folded into a paper bird into my window. Okay, I'm done.
Ronaldo, the only one that got a golden ticket was Ryan. So
it's in Ryan. Okay, right. That's a big. That's
the only one that got the golden ticket
for sure.
Coming from Australia. So
this one's in Dixon, right? But what was the date though? It was July. Was it? I want to say
12th and 13th.
Oh, okay.
Day 1 is from 2 p.m. to 11 p.m. Day 2 is from 12 p.m. to 12 a.m. Live glass blowing, mountain pine glass, Creations. Looks like Koala Glass is going to be there, maybe.
I think Master Roshi's going to be there, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, 12th and 13th. Okay. Well, yeah, maybe
Drinks,
maybe
food.
you can peel away for a day. But
It says camping is available for $20 a night, no power hookup.
I camp out in my car. His name's Trevor. He's got a nice back end. I just like open him up, flatten him out, and then I bring, some like some pads and some blankets and just do it upright.
It says tattooing by Inkstorm Rebels. We're going to have tattoo artists there?
Yeah, they were there last year, and that's going to be awesome. I'm actually thinking of trying to get get a tattoo and record it. I also have a local tattoo artist that I'm supposedly going to get a tattoo in his shop and go do it live. Hopefully, I'm not sure. Strain. It is a great strain, Scroy. Like, it's crazy. It's very intense. I'll give you that. Flavors are intense. So that's interesting. It's right smack dab in the middle. So the Hippie Fest is for 4 days.
No, but I'll be down there for 4 or 5 days. We'll be in Illinois.
Okay, well then when is the Hippie Fest?
The Hippie Fest is the
12th and 13th.
13th.
12th and 13th. The same weekend. Oh man. The same weekend.
Of May?
We'll figure out something.
Wait, what month?
July.
Yeah. July.
Ooh, July in Illinois is muggy hot.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be hot. I'm gonna be camping out too. So, and there's an overnight kind of. It's gonna be fun. Like last year there was a laser light show and a bunch of music going on after it. And this was all the booths were closing down and everything, and that's when the party was starting. It's pretty fun.
Better take you some of that Lumi deodorant.
I'm gonna take some lead mushrooms. That shroom deodorant. New tattoo, yeah. Okay.
I'm down.
Did you have the laser light? Did I have the laser light? No, I didn't stay last year. I just saw it happening as we were getting ready to leave. Got lucky last year. It was only 80 degrees and nice and breezy. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad.
Yeah, well, we got La Nina this year, so it's going to be nice and hot this summer.
La Nina?
It wasn't too bad at Hippie Fest last year.
El Nino is where it's wet, and La Nina is when it's hot and dry.
La Nina?
Yep.
First show I met you out on had a laser stick. I had a laser stick. No, that wasn't a show. That was the camping the International Stoners Camping Day or whatever that I met you, I think. I don't think I had a laser stick otherwise. Get to play with my magic hat. Wait, is that a thimble or a hat? Oh, that's a hat. Okay. Here's a kiss. That's rude. I'll be sitting in my car next to cornfields watching a drone all summer. Don't say it's going to be super hot and muggy. Ooh. Oof. Gonna be like so you watch the drones that do the chemical drops on the crops, or a drone that's taking video and pictures? Cornfields. Oh man, you might be near me. We have those things. A few. It was an event, Elisa May. I don't know what laser light show you're talking about. First time I met you was out camping. You and Joe. Yeah. Was it the event at Mason City? Mason City Limits?
No, it was before that. It had to been. I met you before then.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it was at the camp out. I met her. crop scouting for issues, pictures. Okay, that's cool. That's probably a really valuable task to have done from a farmer's perspective, to be able to really quickly, like, overhead view, go find. Actually, to one of the pictures that I placed in the thumbnail for tonight was a drone being used on cannabis crops. So could you imagine being able to find pests or without having to wade through, hundreds of plants?
How far are you from Wapella?
Speak of the devil, here we are. It's called, Macy Bud said it was the camp out. I mean, oh, hey, Macy, what's up? Macy, come on up. You won't come up on my screen. Why not? Come on up. What'd you say, Kim?
How far are you from Wapella?
Not sure never heard of that one.
How far are you from Clinton Lake?
Clinton's like 3 hours away,
Oh,
I believe.
my brother is opening a bait shop over that way.
Whoa. What kind of bait?
I don't know.
Click.
Fishing.
Clickbait? Oh, okay. Fishing bait.
Oh, not.
Waylon, with that dad joke, I'm out of here. So,
Man.
have a great night, everybody. I love you guys. It's been an awesome show.
Hang out for the spin real quick.
Hang out for the spin. All right, I'll take one more with you guys. Cheers, everybody.
Yeah, let me do this dab. I've been sitting on this dab. Let me heat the dab up, guys. Hit that like and share, and I'll put you on the wheel. And we're gonna do this after this dab.
I'll be down there, guy.
Ooh.
What's that?
For the 420.
Where?
Is that what you're talking about, Guy Cooksey? I think so.
I'm hoping to, Guy. I don't have a way there. I'm gonna sweet talk Ryan into let me get in the trunk or something.
Here it is. Feeding hemp to sheep reduces the amount of methane in its farts by 40%.
That sounds delicious. Cheers.
Cheers, everybody.
Does that work for husbands too?
Nice. Well, meet up, guys. Stop by my booth. We're actually a sponsor of the event too, so swing by the booth.
Yeah, that sounds fun. All right. Cheers, everybody. Good luck.
Cheers. Long wheel.
He just wants you to stay around.
1 minute. 1 minute for max.
He's milking that wheel.
Go, Vanna.
Things.
Good arm.
Wow, the wheel is like 3 minutes for some reason. What's going on? That would be funny, like, to record. Like, I could record it. I could record the wheel on its regular spin and then speed it up and record that for like 20 minutes, and it's like freak people out one day. Like, all right, good luck, everyone, and just keeps going. Just keeps going. Perry Wood. Guess what? Perry is a pro member now. He's also a subscriber on Facebook and Locals. Let's go, Perry. I guess he has Hash and Dash immunity, and he doesn't even have to be here. He's probably here. But shouts out to Mr. Hello again. You guys are welcome to tag Perry because he has Hash and Dash immunities. And now Jason is welcome to leave. All right. But I think we're probably going to wrap it up anyway. We're probably ready to get going anyway. But yeah, thanks for hanging out for, like, it seems like it was your topic for sure tonight because you were into it. But
Yep, it's like I said at the beginning. Cannabis is my passion. I've always believed in it from a very young age. I started smoking cannabis probably around 8 years old,
Damn.
and I have not quit. I won't do it. I didn't quit for the courts. I didn't quit when they told me to. I looked at the judge and said it's not going to happen. Plain and simple.
Well, I don't know how we're going to top this episode. We'll figure out something for next week, but
it'll be a good one though. Make sure to come back next week, guys.
yeah,
We'll have something good for you, guaranteed. Maybe controversial. Who knows?
What?
I said maybe controversial.
Yeah,
Get some
let's talk about
arguing
love.
going, some debates.
Let's talk about love. Love is not all you need. You need respect too. Anyway,
You need sex. Oh, I mean, what? Cheers, everybody. Have a
good
great day,
night.
you guys.
Good night,
Bye.
everybody.
Good night.
Oh, that's a really cool. Let me put the correct new one in here.
I was about to exit.
Same.
You can exit if you like. I'm just gonna, for posterity's sake, that's an old outro. We got to put in the correct new one.
Hello again, everybody.
It's not gonna. It's not gonna let me. Okay, we'll do it this way. Anyway, guys, sustainability is about more than just plants. It's about people too. Good night, everybody. We'll see you next week. People in the Boxes, Thursday night. Peace.